Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies, a weekly podcast following four friends as they battle across a homebrewed world called Antiriath in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Step into our mystical world called Antiriath and follow our party of three dummies as they adventure across the lands. Talik Grug, half-orc, half-mystery, the fighter, played by Taylor. Bodyknot Greenleaf, the halfling rogue with a penchant for taking things that don't belong to him, played by Josh. And the ever-mysterious Eclarian Shadow, half-elf ranger from the Eclarian Mountains, played by Seth. And last but not least, the creator of our beautiful world, the man of many voices, and our dungeon master, Sam. Welcome back to the show. On the last episode, we were back in Bilyatok for some much-needed R&R. We met some friends from Asajiski who told us about a large bounty that Baron Debilia had. So we headed out the next morning, stopped on the way at the stables to buy a horse for Talik, and headed up to Baron Debilia's property. So that is where you find us here. Hey, if you are enjoying the show, please give us a rating and a review on your favorite podcast app. It helps other people like you find us. And follow us on Instagram at DNDNDummies. Thanks. Do you have the fire breath or something like that?
No, we definitely gave that to Seals.
Did I use that?
Yes, you were on the ground getting bored by a boar, and you flamed him in the face. It was actually pretty beautiful.
Yeah.
Right.
One thing about Seals that I got to give him props, and we've already discussed this, is if he gets a freaking item, he's using it.
I love it.
Yeah,
It's great. Using it in a creative and useful way.
Yeah, I think we all have inspiration die right now.
Yes.
Yeah, mine shows I do.
Also, we're playing on my brand new gaming rig where I've replaced the motherboard, the case, the GPU, the new power supply is secondhand, but it's new to me.
And
So
new thermal
basically
paste.
Basically, oh my god, the thermal paste. Seth helped me for like, I mean, my parents left like 2 and he was here till like 10. It's like 8 hours of rebuild on this thing. And then
We were fucking hammered.
Yeah, it could have taken a lot sooner if we weren't trying every alcohol I owned. But then the next day, or a couple days later, we got it all up and running that night. Everything was good to go. But I knew I had like a screwy situation with my hard drives because I had upgraded and put in a new hard drive with Windows and never taken it off of an old one. Anyways, I put that in, my second hard drive with Windows on it, and totally borked everything. So then I got on the phone with my other friend, and he would troubleshoot for like 3 hours to get my Windows issues fixed and ironed out. So hopefully this thing runs, because there's a lot of blood, sweat, and money in it.
And then the GPU crashed and he had to order a new GPU.
Mm-hmm. It's been... Yeah. Putting in the GPU, though, was hilariously easy. And also, I think probably the fix I needed in the beginning.
Probably.
I probably could have saved myself 13 hours of torment and a lot of money if I just bit the bullet and bought the CPU right out the gate.
Yeah, no motherboard replacement or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
But your GPU would not have fit as well in your old case as it does.
It wouldn't have, and I'm so happy to have a new case. I built it on a mini.
Did you keep your old stuff? Wink, wink.
Hey.
I caught it on fire, and the GPU is
Oh!
non-functional. So like the motherboard's completely shot, and the GPU shuts down every couple seconds. So unless you want to break it open and start resoldering pieces together to fix whatever's wrong with it.
You want to do a recap and jump in?
Oh my gosh, I need a recap.
Okay, so I think we all understand what happened at the end of the poachers camp, right? Everybody's good with that.
Yeah, I think we're all caught up there. That
Cleared the
was
poachers camp, had lightning horse. So then on session 10, day 13, around 9:30 p.m., we get into the guild hall, and we get in there, and Talik immediately just starts getting fucking schmammered, gets into a drinking contest with Bushi Evermead.
Oh yeah.
It was so wild. I'm not even sure what happened. I think Bushi lost.
He lost,
won
and fell off
that.
his stool, and then I had an extra one and had to run out the door. And
Yeah, yeah. Didn't get too pleasant. And then Tano the Coup, the Kinky Birdman, challenged Shadow to a dart throwing competition. At which point Shadow absolutely dominated. In the meanwhile, old Mr. Swift Fingers over there was just shoveling sausages into his mouth as fast as humanly possible. That's when we also met Tano's friends, Vera and Jalao Miku, who is a tiefling. These guys hailed from the Asajiski area. And that's when Miku mentions that there's a bounty that's been put up by the Baron Debilia, the Baron of wherever we are. Bilyatok. And then Jerome Cragglestep the Gnome and Gemma, a 6'6" female human, comes and chats with us a little bit. Talik spends, plenty of time flirting with Gemma. He knocked Jerome into a pie. We're still not sure what's up with Jerome. He didn't say a whole lot. Little gnome fella, still thinking that he wields a little more power than you might think. So the next morning, day 14, 6:30 a.m., we get up and handle a couple of housekeeping things, and then that's when Talik heads over to the Bilyatok stables and acquires him a horse. He gets a riding horse, and we set off to the Bilyatok Estates, the Debilia Estates, because we want to talk to the Baron about the 1,000 gold bounty that he has set, but also we're worried about getting old Body Knock a noble steed to set his dainty ass upon.
Yeah.
So that brings us
on here
to around 10:30 a.m. on day 14 of session 11 of the Unstable Evolution campaign.
All right. So
yeah.
That brings y'all to the front door of the Bilyatok Estates, or of the Debilia Estates.
Debilia Estates.
Yeah, and as you walk up, you see a gentleman, fairly well dressed, with like appropriate attire of the time, but subdued, nothing flashy or anything. And he's wearing like a apron over it with some gardening equipment in the pockets of the apron, and he's just kind of like sprucing up these statues over here as you walk up, and he kind of notices you guys approaching. He says, "Oh, hello there. May I help you?"
Hello, good sir. My name is Shadow. What is your name?
My name is Barnabas. I'm the maitre d' of this estate.
Barnabas?
Barnabas.
Barnabas. Hello, Barnabas.
Oh my god.
What?
Freaking huge.
It's freaking huge, mate.
That's what she said. Okay, Barnabas. Where? Oh, there he is. I see old Barnabas.
He says for you, he says, Did you have dealings with the master?
Well, old Barney, my friend, we would definitely like to speak to the Baron, but before we do that, I hear tell that you have a very specific type of steed for my good friend over here.
And he peers around you and sees Binoc. He's like, "Ah, indeed we do. But I'd have to say, if you're going to speak to anyone about that, You should definitely speak to Mr. Friender yourself. He is quite proud of his breeding of war mastiffs. It's a bit of a hobby of his, you see.
All right. What do you say, Buddy Knock?
Let's do it.
Well, follow me. You just so happens he's just finished up a meeting with another person, and he should be available. Give me just a moment to run ahead. If you'd like, you may go through and see the animals, or see the potential mounts over in the courtyard there, and let me check with the good master, and I'll be right back. And he goes in this door. Here, I'll just make him go through it. He goes in this door right here.
Look at this place.
So he goes right in here. He says, "I'll be right back. Make yourselves comfortable."
Going into the courtyard.
Yeah, so you walk into the courtyard. There's a little vegetable garden and some, statues and motifs and stuff. But you actually hear a voice of a couple of people over around the corner, playing with a dog. One of them seems to be a young boy's voice, and the other one is an older man. He's not really saying much. As y'all approach, he turns around and says, "Oh, where can I help you?"
Yeah, a horse dog, friend.
Oh, horse dog. Well, Telspire only has these hyena models, you see, but just use your imagination to imagine the bull mastiffs, like a real big canine. But anyways, yeah. So there's a couple of them here. Just so happens that we've got a new litter, mostly trained up. We've sold all but 2 of them here, but as you can see, 2 good spry pups. Harple, bring that pup over here. And Harple turns. He says, "Oh, all right." And he grabs the ball that he's been playing with this guy and kind of puts in his pocket and comes over here. He's like, and this guy runs up and like sits perfectly at his feet. He says, so there's one that's kind of like a brown and tan, and then there's another one that's more of like all tan kind of colorings with like dark feet. And so this one like walks up to, and it's kind of like puts its feet up on the fence a little bit. It's like it's slobbering all over the place. He's like, get down, boy, get down. And he kind of reluctantly sits down a little bit.
What was your name?
My name's Rogerton. I'm the groundskeeper around here.
Rogerton? You think that one of these is big enough for me to ride?
He kind of like starts at your feet and looks all the way up to the top of you. And he's like, "Well, sir, let me just put it this way. I've been around the block a few times, ridden my fair share, and I wouldn't give you a chance on my back."
Well, not you, the Mastiff, Rogerton.
Oh, right. Yes. No, I don't think so. Nope. Just halflings and occasional gnome are most of our clientele. Not 6'6" tall, strapping, handsome half orcs. I mean,
He wants to fuck you, Taylor.
Body knock, buy the dog and let's get away from this creature.
He wants them orcas.
Yeah, I'll take the tan and brown one, boss.
Sorry, sir. I don't do any of the selling. You'll have to talk to Mr. Frindor directly about that. I'm just feeding them.
Rogerton, how much money do you make off of each one of these dogs? I'd like to try and intimidate them.
You're gonna intimidate a war mastiff trainer?
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me consult my ledger, because I don't actually know how much they cost. I know we looked this up before. They normally go for about 250 silver pieces. At least good prized, well-trained ones like these.
I rolled a 17 intimidation.
Okay, what are you doing to be intimidating? That seemed like a fairly innocuous question.
I'd like to. Well, I want to know how much. How much of the 250 silver is just pure profit into Mr. Billy Talk's pocket.
Gotcha.
And I want to kind of bow up on him.
He's like, look, sir, I'm not in charge of all the finances. I'm just the groundkeeper here. I feed the dogs, and I'm not sure what their food costs, but I can assure you they're well fed, and he's done a great deal of training on each animal, so there's his time to consider. I'm not sure what I can help you with, sir. It's just the nature of doing business. They're going rate, you see.
Okay, I'll leave it at that.
But I assure you, they're the best trained dogs for 100 miles.
What can one of these things do with the old body knock on the back of it?
Oh man, I'd say he can go at least 40 feet around. That's without using his dash action.
Do these things bite?
Oh, they so certainly will. Leave a nice old gash in your hands.
No. Okay.
Trust me, I know. They have a 1d6 plus 1, and they have to succeed on a DC 11 strength saving throw or be knocked prone, which is kind of nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How much? How can these things take a beating?
I mean, I wouldn't go hitting on them too much. They are dogs after all, and
I'm gonna kind of point the butt of my sword at it and like start poking on it.
It just kind of looks like it does. This one is kind of energetic and like kind of slobbers at your sword a little bit, like it thinks you're playing with it. It might be like a toy it can bite.
God damn it, Rogerton! Get this damn thing off me!
Come back there, boy! Come back!
All right.
They don't take a lot of beating. They have 5 HP.
How long is it gonna be for Mr. Debilia gets down?
So about the time that you start wondering that, you hear a voice of Barnabas call out from the courtyard. Oh, Mr. Fender, we'll see you now.
It's fucking rich people.
You bet your sweet biscuit he's gonna see us.
Y'all seem to be the strangest bunch we've had today.
You ain't seen nothing yet, Barney, my boy.
Alright. So he'll go in through the front door here.
Damn. That's a nice place.
Nice
Body
place.
knock. Try and keep your hands to yourself.
Fuck your couch.
Leave the line on the door alone.
So he walks up here and opens the door up.
We've
Now-
lost him.
Now where's your small friend who is looking to purchase?
Short legs, tall staircase. He'll be here.
Oh, I'm sure he's coming. He lags behind sometimes. You have to excuse him. Look how small he is.
All right, well, Mr. Debilia, these are this is Body Knock and the Clarion Shadow, and sir, I'm not sure I caught your name.
Talik, Grug.
Grug. I didn't get any credentials for them. I simply let them in without any discussion or clearance, so hopefully they're not here to murder you.
Holy crap, you're small as shit, bud.
I will leave you to it then. Actually, he'll stand here. So Frendor says, thank you, I suppose. I see you've got a small one yourself in your party.
Oh, we like the small ones.
Y'all better stop with the slurs and shit.
Easy there, little buddy.
Oh man, he kind of like reaches down and feeds the pet next to him a strip of meat off of the table, and he's like, "Oh, there you go, Snookums, no good, you just a good doggy." And you can see it's just like a big old mastiff, clearly the mama of the litter down there. And he's like, "So, what can I help you guys with? Are you from the guild? Are you reporting on my bounty already?"
What was Horple?
He's the groundskeeper.
What about Rogerton?
No, Horpel is Biliotok's son. He was a young halfling.
He's
W
Debilia's son.
Debilia's son. Yeah, I shouldn't have made those two so similar, should I have?
It's
Gonna
been
say.
something.
We're here to purchase one of your dogs, my friend.
Oh, indeed. Excellent, excellent. Have you had a chance to see the we've only got 2 pups left. Have you had a chance to meet them?
Yeah, sure.
Ah, good. And did you have a preference on which one?
What would you say the difference was, Sam?
One of them was like a very well-mannered, controlled brown and white one, and the other one was kind of like an energetic, goofy dark brown one with black features.
Yeah, we'll take the goofy one.
Okay.
Do I get a discount for that?
Oh, I like to consider that a desirable character trait. Makes for a fun companion. Isn't that right, Schnookums? And Schnookums slobbers all over his hand.
And I want to ride the other one, Frendor.
Well, I suppose you could straddle it while running and pretending to swing a rope above your head.
That sounds like a pretty good idea. I like
All
that.
right.
Do not tempt him.
It doesn't have a reduced price. Speaking of, it'll be 250 silver pieces per trained mastiff. And I assure you, these are excellent war mastiffs, capable of handling all manner of danger and threat.
I'll tell you
Oh.
what, Debilia. If the War Mastiff Bodynock wants to buy, can charge me and catch me before I jump over it, we'll pay your price. But if I leap over the Mastiff, then we get a discount. If they're as powerful as you say,
He strokes his chin and he looks over at Korea, and you can tell that he's make me an insight check to see what you can tell about how he feels about this.
7.
Okay. So he's just kind of stroking his chin, and he looks over at his wife, and he looks back and he says, "What kind of discount were you thinking?"
Oh, I mostly just want to see the pups in action. We'll do a 20% discount. You'll give it to us for 200 silver instead of 250.
That's quite the discount. But I believe my pups can perform.
While
Let's
y'all are
do
doing
it.
this, I'm gonna go check out where the dogs lived again. Okay, is that cool?
Certainly, I believe we're all going to head out for a little demonstration.
Yet. Where's your bathroom?
These guys might actually have a bathroom. Do they have a bathroom? Hold on.
They also
double
have
check.
armed guards in the hallway.
Yeah, they definitely have armed guards in the hallway.
Certainly have a bathroom, Mr. Debilia. Where do you take a piss?
I am trying to recall.
Shadow, something's up with these guys, Shadow. He doesn't know where he goes to the bathroom. He's
Yes, we do have an outhouse. It's
Should we
right out
kill
the
him?
door that you came through, and then take a right and you go right in over there.
He probably just uses that magic wand and just pees into the air and just wands it away into another dimension.
Oh yeah, I
It's
saw that one
incredible.
time in Mexim. There was a traveling
Yeah.
warlock, and
Yes.
it was
It is-
quite disturbing for a group of 6-year-old orcs, but
Oh, I suppose that might have been, but also fascinating, right? 6-year-olds love a good pee
What?
trick.
yeah, I mean, we spent all day just pissing on our swords trying to see if we could do it.
Ah, yes, the old piss on the sword trick. He must have turned his wand into a sword first.
As we're walking out, I want to kind of I want to put my arm around Mr. Debilia and walk with him in the back.
Uh-huh.
And I just want to talk to him. I want to be like, so how does a man like yourself come upon an estate like this? Surely it's not from breeding dogs.
Oh, no. My family has been the barony in this realm for a good many generations. And Bodyknock, I see you doing some meddling around down here. Why don't you make me a investigation check to see what you're finding in there?
Alright, I was just being a creep. Yeah, hold on 1 second. Investigate.
He says, it's been in my family for a good many years now.
Yeah.
I'm in charge of all the lands from here. So yeah, it looks like it's mostly just a storage room. There's a few old weapons and stuff in here, but it seems to be the like mundane storage. There's a lot of tools in here, a lot of like farming tools and gardening tools, that sort of thing. Doesn't seem to be too impressive.
Okay. Cool.
This Sam that I'm walking next to right here, Sam?
Yeah. So we own all the land all the way down to the south of Bilyatok for several heptanes. And all the logging and farming.
Truly a man of your influence and stature. What do you know of the lands of Mekzem?
I've had a couple of trips through Mekzem on my way up to visit some allies I have in Romsverti. It's a treacherous place. Very dangerous. Lots of roving bands.
Have you ever heard of the Grug clan?
The Grug clan. Let me think for a moment. I'm actually going to roll and see if he's ever heard of the Grug clan.
You want me to roll as well?
No, it's just his history check. He says, the Grug clan, I believe I might have. Yes, it's hard to keep track. The names tend to shift and change, but that does sound somewhat familiar. Are you from their ilk?
Yes, my mother was a Grug, and my stepfather who raised me was a Grug, and there was a great tragedy just a few years ago, and I was curious what you knew of it.
I'm very sorry to hear that. Unfortunately, I can't keep up with all the tragedies happening in Mekzem. There are too many to number.
Okay, do I think he's telling the truth, or that's all he knows?
Make me an insight check.
Okay. I got a 13.
Okay, he seems to be pretty genuine. Actually, the most genuine you've seen him since this visit. In his response of condolences to you. And you're not sure if he knows anything more, but you definitely feel that he truly is saddened to hear about your loss.
I want to grab my hey, what is Bodyknock doing right now, by the way?
I'm just creeping around, man. I don't see shit out here.
You're like, I need to steal.
I want to grab the ring, the big green ring off my hand, and kind of hold it in my palm out to him and say, hey, have you ever seen any ring like this?
He'll kind of take it from you, if that's all right, and look over it, and he'll say, I can't say that I have. It almost appears to have a magical aura to it. Are you not sure what it does? And he'll hand it back to you.
This was and I'll slip it back on my finger and say, this was a gift from my mother just before she died. I believe it came from my human father, but I'm just trying to put together the pieces.
I understand. I wish I could help you more, but unfortunately, my studies are in history and society and, well, my favorite hobby here, raising these dogs. Speaking of...
You collect any cool expensive things, dude?
He'll just kind of like cock his head to the side and look at you funny and be like, that's an odd way of asking that, but I do actually fancy myself a bit of the armor collector. I am a knight after all. And
Interesting.
yeah, so yeah, he's like, I raised these Snookums here myself to be the greatest war beast ever, and it's not for just amusement reasons. She's followed me into battle many times. Radiant.
What is Debilia?
He's a halfling.
Halfling.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Now, Mr. Debilia, we have an agreement, but lest you get upset about what transpires here with your war mastiffs, which are beautiful animals, we can't forget to talk about your bounty.
absolutely. And trust me, I'm a man of my word. I look forward to seeing what the results of this little arrangement will be, although I think I'm quite certain what the results will be.
Okay.
And,
Shadow, knowing that they now here's a question for you, DM.
Mhm.
Would I receive any type of increased acrobatics or athletics if I set my weapons and cape down on the ground?
I don't think so because it doesn't have any kind of heavy stuff. Because like I have disadvantage on some of that stuff.
Yeah, if you
when I'm
had
wearing it.
armor that was like heavy, then maybe. But yeah, I agree with Taylor. Mechanically, I don't think that would do anything for you.
Okay.
It's flavorful though.
Yeah. Well, to show Debilia that I'm completely comfortable in his home, I place my glaive on the ground and my bow next to it.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
walk over into the training grounds.
Okay. So he says, all right. The deal was, if my dog gets a nip of you as you run by, then you pay full price. If you can manage to leap over him completely without getting nipped, then you will get your discount. 200 silver pieces.
Yeah, but the dog's coming to me. We're running towards each other.
Yep. So he's got his hands ready, and he looks at you, and he looks back at the dog, and he's got like his 2 fingers up to do like a powerful whistle, and then he whoosh, lets out like a really sharp whistle, and the dog takes off running. And so here's how I want to do it. I want you to make an acrobatics check
Okay.
to do the flip over him.
Okay.
And is what I'm going to do is based off of your results, I'm going to add to your AC, and then he's going to make an attack against that.
Okay. 14.
14. Okay, so I will give it a +2 to your AC as you flip over him, and then he is
Okay.
going to try to make an attack against you. So what's your
Okay.
total AC now?
17.
Okay. Oof, that's gonna be tough for him. Nat 20. So
Unbelievable.
he jumps up as you jump over and just like catches you right across the arm and like makes a little rip in your sleeve right on the arm, and then like lands kind of flops to the ground and lands behind you, and he's just like and he looks over at Debilia, and he says, "Good boy," and he runs over and he gets a treat from Debilia and he pets him on the head.
I toss him 250 silver.
You may be paying full price, but I think you're getting your money's worth.
Hey, Pollock, I reach out my hand to Debilia for a treat as well.
He looks at you for a second,
And I
then
go
he
like,
just,
I like shake it like in front of him, like you put it here, like come on.
and he like hands you a treat, like, is this what you want?
And I just put it in my back teeth and take a big bite out of it. Where's Barney with these beers?
So he catches the silver from Body Knock. He's like, well, that only leaves us one matter then. What will his name be? And he looks over at you, Body Knock.
We're gonna call him Jeffrey for now.
Okay. Jeffrey. Didn't you have a name picked out?
That was
Yeah,
one
that
of
was
them.
one of them.
Oh, okay. There's a whole list of them.
Jeffrey. Wow. Jeffrey. What an exotic name.
What an exotic name.
Shadow
Alright.
just rolls his eyes and goes over and collects his belongings and says, "Okay, Mr. Debilia, now for the real business."
Absolutely. So, you're here to talk to me about my bounty. as you can tell, I've got a real soft spot in my heart for animals. And I'm assuming you're aware of the changes that have been going on around our territories lately. Animals transforming with strange powers.
We
Well-
noticed.
Well, apparently, people have taken the opportunity, as villains are wont to do, to profiteer off of this scenario and capture these animals and sell them off to exotic markets. And I'll tell you, I won't stand for that happening in my territory. So that is what I've issued. I've issued 1,000 gold bounty for anyone that can cut out the heart of this poaching ring, as it were.
Well, Mr. Debilia, are you aware that the leader of the poachers was a crooked creature named Captain Shankblade?
Indeed, I was not. So you say was.
If you look right there at my fellow adventurer who just purchased your beautiful mastiff, you'll see that he is wearing the dark, shimmering armor of this Captain Shankblade, because we just ransacked his entire encampment.
Don't you collect armor, bud? You want to make a trade, maybe?
Perhaps that is a fabulous looking set of armor. It's +1 armor, isn't it?
What is it? Let's see.
Yeah, I think it is.
Or it might just be studded leather.
It is
Studded
just
leather.
yeah.
It's just studded leather.
It's like
Which
Atlas
is-
Chaps,
Yeah,
Bonded,
AC 12.
Atlas chaps.
the gimp suit.
He says, I'm more of a plate mail guy myself.
Ah, now you're speaking my language.
He says, so you've been west of Heathertone recently then, and were able to take care of the poacher camp.
Indeed.
Excellent. I was thinking that was still several days out. So you guys would recall it's been a month since we played, but it's been a day since you were there. The poacher camp that you guys ran into was between here and Summerhill, which is north of you guys.
Okay.
Heathertone is like 2 days west of here.
Oh.
So
Okay.
so when he says that, I don't know if you guys were remembering that and trying to be dishonest, or if you just didn't remember.
No, we were just
From a month
I was
ago.
misremembering.
Maybe a little of both for me.
I'm fucking paying attention to cardinal directions.
Right?
Oh, so there's some more, you say?
Some more. Whereabouts were the ones that you took care of? And he already knows because I already told you. He says, "Oh, that is most unfortunate news. You see, I'm looking to weed out whatever the source of this is. Did you find anything that might be an indicator of who they're buying from or who they're selling to?"
Well, as a matter of fact, we did. We found some ledgers with the initials CS to and from the grotto. You have any idea what that might mean?
The grotto. And I just pasted a picture of what the ledger looks like, but it sounds like y'all remembered what that looked like, so I didn't even need to whip that up. But I threw it in the Discord if you want to see kind of what it looks like.
Okay.
He says, the grotto. I've heard of this grotto before. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it keeps coming up lately in any sort of nefarious dealings.
I want to do an insight check to see if I can tell if he is. I'd really rather do a perception check to see if he's trying to be dishonest in any way about what we're saying to him and his reactions.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be an insight check.
Insight? Okay.
Yeah, because that's what it's for.
12.
12. No, I mean, you get the sense that he's being fully honest. He seems a bit troubled, and like his mind kind of went elsewhere when you mentioned that there's there might be like more than one camp. He kind of thought that he had this place figured out, and y'all were gonna go, take it out. And so the fact that you said you already took one out, he kind of asked you about. He's like, kind of asked you for a description of it, of the poacher camp, and when you describe it, he's like, it's very similar to what they described outside of Heathertone, although it was in a field, not in a cave. So you don't get a sense that he's being dishonest at all. You get the sense that he's just a little bit troubled by this whole scenario. It's clearly affecting him on a more personal level than just his duties as Baron. He's bothered and frustrated by this particular crime. He says, "Tell you what, since you guys have already done the heavy lifting of taking out one of these camps, how about I give you 250 gold now, and then I'll give you the full 1,000 more if you can figure out what this grotto is, and figure out a way to cut the head off of this poaching ring."
Why don't we make it 300 even, since there's 3 of us? 250 doesn't split very well.
300 now and 1,000 gold to get the problem solved.
I need some better armor than this.
Well, my young man, I'm not sure how much better armor you can wear. You don't seem like a plate mail kind of guy.
Well, you're a halfling too, bro.
Well, yes, but I don't mind moving slow. I let
Fine.
Schnookums here do most of the running.
You know what? You know mithril in stock, bud. Some collector you are.
Some adamantine just hanging out.
You don't happen to have an elven iron breastplate hanging around in your stores, do you?
Iron breastplate for someone of your size. I don't keep very much for larger folks, but occasionally I'll find something nice. Let's go check and see what I've got in the stores.
Sounds
so I
good.
don't know what all. I don't know if there's much better without getting into magical stuff for you. He does have a magical plate mail armor set, but
For me?
no, for that's halfling sized, and then that's like on display next to an even more ornate, more beautiful magical plate mail armor set, and then over like in the corner of his armor storage area, which is like all the way up on the 3rd floor. I won't make y'all navigate this place. Well, it's on the 2nd floor. It's right past where y'all were earlier. I can warp you guys in there.
I would like to do that, yeah.
Choom, 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 choom.
Your body knock would like to creep around.
Yeah. So y'all are just outside of the
I can't steal from this guy now. He's
place y'all were at. So yeah, you've got some armor in here, and you rummage around. Let's see. Let's do a. Gonna roll a D100 here, see if he's got it. He does not have any medium breastplates available.
What about my size?
You're still a medium creature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what was the cool halfling
although,
size when you said?
he likes
I
plate
had
mail
magic.
more. What are you looking for? Are you looking for plate mail?
Yeah, I'm looking for plate mail. For me.
Okay, if you're looking for plate mail, let me see. There's a higher chance he'll have that. He does have some medium plate mail. It's
Okay.
not magical or anything, but
Friendor, how much do you normally get for this medium plate mail? You sell it?
I'm mostly a collector. Most of the cost of the plate mail comes to fitting it to the right person. I'd sell it to you for $1,000 or 1,000 gold, but you'd have to spend another 500 to get it refitted at a tailor. I don't know why Friendor's voice got so absurdly deep.
He's
You
getting
gotta get
serious.
it refitted. Yeah, he starts talking about armor, and the testosterone just starts pumping.
Yeah.
So what's up with the magical halfling armor?
All the magical halfling armor appears to be plate mail. He does have a a large assortment of other halfling armor, pretty much anything you could want.
But nothing's gonna be better than what I have on.
Yeah, I'd have to double check, but I don't think
Well, you
so. I
don't
think
want to lose your stealth abilities.
Yeah, that's kind of what
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, I think you're at the happy medium
I'll
with
just keep my gimp suit. That's cool.
studded leather gimp suit.
Yeah.
Are you riding a mastiff around with your gimp suit?
And can I get? Wait, do you have gimp suit armor for the mastiff?
I do have barding for the Mastis if you'd be interested.
Yeah, can you just hook that up for free? Like the dealership usually gives you like a helmet when you buy a motorcycle. So
I'll give you a discount on it. In fact, I will instead of the normal 4 times the cost of equivalent armor, I'll give it to you for 2 times the cost of equivalent armor.
Thus.
So yeah, if you wanted like studded leather for him,
Yeah.
it'd be 90 gold.
It's pretty badass, actually.
yeah, let's do it. I'll drop the 90 gold on that.
Okay.
How much gold have I given you? How much gold do you have?
He has a lot of gold.
Jesus,
have,
90
yeah.
Gold.
I have 325 gold,
I've got
And-
294.
and I have 5 platinum. Whatever that is. So platinum's 10 gold, so 50. Add 50 to that.
Heck yeah.
So you, yeah, I don't know how to add that, how you can add that to your character sheet, but just put on somewhere that you got some studded leather barding for him. So it's his new AC will be 12 plus Dex modifier, and his Dex modifier is a +2, so he'll have a 14 AC.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome. Does it change his HP at all?
It does not change his HP.
Okay.
So, Mr. Debilia, seeing as you deal in wealth of various forms, do you ever trade for amethyst?
No, I'm not much of a jewel collector myself. My wife, on the other hand, knows a thing or two about them.
Okay.
So he'll kind of the maitre d's kind of been like following you guys around, just unobtrusively, and so he'll kind of wave to him to go get the wife, and she'll come in, be like, yes, my dear, you called for me?
Yes, ma'am. We found some amethyst in our journeys, and offloading it for something that we can use for trade, like gold or platinum or silver, has been a little bit of a challenge to me since I don't have much use for material possessions. However, gold is necessary as it's the currency of the land, and I was just curious if you happen to trade an amethyst at any point.
Certainly. I'd be happy to appraise it for you, and I'll buy it off of you, even if you'd like. Let me see here.
And we've got 3 each, so.
Yeah.
So she looks them over and tells you as much. She's like, these are very high quality gems. These would be worth 100 gold apiece, I'd say.
Would you be interested in them, madam?
Well, certainly. I'd have to make a little bit of something for my trouble, but I'd be willing to give you 95 gold apiece.
I'm good with that. I'll sell her my 3.
Do we all have 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm down.
So
All right.
285 gold added, and
Thank
amethyst
you
removed.
so much. I was like, I don't want to do this math. All right, so now y'all got a lot more spending cash. So she'll actually have to send the maitre d' off to retrieve the money from upstairs, and he'll come back down with a sack full of cash.
Okay, I'm removing the amethyst.
I added my gold as well.
Same.
So how much
Dang.
gold? How much gold was that? You said what now? Sorry, I'm trying to add all
285.
this. 285.
285.
Yeah.
Which you just spent 95.
Yeah. I already subtracted that in D&D
Okay.
Beyond when I spent it.
Wheeling
The
and
question
dealing,
is-
boy.
Is Taylor about to drop 1,500 to get some plate mail going on?
1,500?
I don't
Yeah.
have it yet.
1,500 gold.
I don't have it.
What do you have, Taylor?
I've got 579 total,
Well, I was-
including all my platinum and everything.
I'll loan you some. I've got like 500-600 ish.
Let's go clap this poacher's camp, and I think we'll have enough. Mr. Debilia, will you hang on to that plate mail while we're gone?
Oh yes, certainly. It's been sitting there for years. Like I said, not a lot of folks who can afford plate mail. Actually, can't even recall who I got it from.
We can try to see if we can scrounge it up, Taylor. I just don't.
No,
know if
I
we
don't
have
think.
it.
No, I don't think we can yet. I'm good with it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right, point us in the right direction, Friendor.
So yes, like I said, the poacher camp that I'm aware of is probably the next best place to check. Would be the other poacher camp I'm aware of to the west of Heathertone.
Okay.
And see if there's any more leads on this grotto. Perhaps you could question a poacher and get more information.
Shadow takes his 100 gold from Mr. Debilia for the upfront payment and tosses his 100 to Body Knock.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, he's paying us 300.
Oh,
up
yeah,
front.
yeah, that's right. Thanks.
Yeah, and
Oh,
you'll
add 200 Body Knock.
Add 200? Okay.
Yeah, because
And-
I'm handing you my 100.
as you do that, and he'll say, and same deal. Once you take out that camp, I'll give you another 300 there. The 1,000 is for taking out the ring entirely. But I don't want you to feel slighted on the work that you're about to go do.
Hopefully,
Cool.
we'll end it now.
Hopefully.
Cool.
And he'll shake y'all's hands. Pleasure meeting you guys.
Pleasure is all ours, Mr. Debilia.
All right. And yeah, I'll set you guys outside. And did y'all want to do anything else around town? Check out any other shops? Or are you ready to head off again?
I'm ready to head off. I'm gonna whistle over my horse and
Yeah, I mean,
I have some potion. I have a potion of healing. I have my spell slot for curing wounds. Does anybody else have any healing on them?
I have a potion of regular healing. One.
I have. Looks like 2. Wait, what's potion of healing HB? Why do I have that?
That's the homebrew version that has the special rule about if you use an action, you get all the healing.
So-
You don't have to roll, or if you use a bonus action, you have to roll.
Was that an accidental ad?
It's probably accurate
not.
that we all have at least one because we haven't used one in a while.
Yeah,
we've been trying to maintain.
Yeah, so
one
I've
per-
got healing. Yeah, I have. It looks like I have restorative ointment too. I've got from somewhere.
yeah. I think you still had a couple just
That
blobs of that
welcome?
left.
Is that the welcome?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So casual. So that's welcome.
We're on our horses and we're just kind of digging through our sacks, and I'm gonna say, "Hey,
Oh yeah.
I have I've still got that oil of sharpness and the potion of hill giant strength. Y'all, please help remind me to use those."
When our life is critically in danger,
Exactly.
I beg of you. Here, let me. So yeah, so y'all are gonna head out.
So something I've been curious about real quick is Taluk's got that magical sword.
Yep.
I mean, is it better than your regular sword?
That's
I
what
mean,
I'm using. I've been using the long sword of Pallid Light with the shield.
Yeah,
Oh, you got a shield?
Yeah, I have not been using my great
Great
sword
sword.
for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Taylor,
what's your AC with your shield?
It's 18 with the AC. With the shield, I mean the AC
With
is
the
18.
that's what we had been doing wrong the whole time. Is he had a shield plus a great sword.
So I've sheathed the great sword, at least for now, and I'm using the long sword of Pallid Light. I've been using that one for the last couple sessions.
I follow.
What kind of horse did you get, Taylor?
I got a black, the thoroughbred.
Okay, the riding horse.
A black stud.
So Jeffrey, huh?
Oh yeah, Jeffrey.
Fucking Jeffrey.
I'm gonna call my girl here Revenge.
Revenge. I named mine something dumb, but I'm rolling with it. Starlight.
Okay, so yeah, y'all head out. What time was it, Seth? It was like 10 a.m.
We got there like 10:30.
So yeah, I mean it's lunchtime by the time you leave. So if y'all want to get on the road today, it was like a 2-day trip out to Heathertone.
Okay, so day 16 noon.
You could probably get there tomorrow night.
Does he give us a map directly to it, or do we need to go to Heathertone and sniff it out?
He says you're gonna have to go to Heathertone and poke around. He actually said that the information he got was from none other than the innkeeper in Heathertone.
A woman?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 9 p.m. Day 15. Heathertone. The
All
woman.
right. So y'all arrive and have a new experience of needing to get your horses all hitched up and taken care of.
Excuse me, sir, mounts on a horse?
Your mounts. Oh no. Everybody's hidden. Everybody's hidden. Everybody's hidden when you do it in GM mode.
Everything is
I don't like what's happening to me.
Everything is hidden.
Dude, the Lego song's catchy, I'm sorry.
Great.
Facts.
Phenomenal. Alright, so y'all show up, and yeah, sure enough, Aubrey's there, and it's like, hey, you guys! How's
Is
that,
it Aubrey or Eva?
This is Aubrey Heathertone. Eva is the guild brew pouring lady.
Oh, my bad.
No problem. Hello, Aubrey.
Aubrey, can I have a pint?
Absolutely. What brings you folks into town? You got more corpses to pick up?
No, we're coming to make some.
Ah.
Ew.
What's hopefully unofficial guild business, I'd say.
Call it something like that.
You ever heard of Baron Debilia?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, actually just sent word to him last week. We were having a real issue here with some poachers.
Well, we killed him.
Oh, don't listen to the halfling. He's been bouncing along back a giant beast all day. He's a little road weary.
And he's not talking about me.
That was my first thought.
This thing's scat is quite pungent.
Pungent scat.
Scat.
Okay.
There's
So-
a term you don't hear every day.
About them poachers.
Yes.
We are here directly in relation to your letter.
Oh, excellent. Yes, so, yeah, I'm glad you're here. Basically, is what I've seen is, caravans, just blatantly riding down the road out west of town, and,
You like caravans?
You like dags?
like dags, and,
Thank God, somebody else. Thank you.
yes, no, so I followed one of them, and, came across this camp, big camp, lots of bad dudes, so, yeah, I sent word to Debilia, to Frindor, and, let him know what was going on here, and, I can draw a map for you if you'd like. It's not too far out of town, maybe, just a couple hours, west of town, and then you turn up a glade, or turn up a road, and, pass through little bit of forest, and it opens up into this big glade. They're all in there.
Yeah. Aubrey, why don't you go ahead and draw us that map? I think we'll go ahead and pay him a visit tonight. What do you think, boys?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Absolutely. All right. And as you guys are looking around, you notice there's one person kind of sitting over in the corner
Where?
in the bar. There's just one other guy. He's way over behind the stairs. But other than that, the place is totally empty.
Sure is.
As you get close, he just kind of like pulls his hood to, and he's like, what do you want?
What is your purpose in Heathertone, friend?
Just got a little bit of business going on.
And that business is?
Just making some sales.
What the fuck are you selling?
Wheat. I sell wheat.
Talik, I'm gonna go outside and see if there's any evidence of a wheat salesman.
Okay.
You chat with this fella.
I'm gonna go over to him and kind of grab him by the shoulder and be like,
So you grab his shoulder and whip his head around, and when you do, you recognize this man's face. It's Clint Surefire from Summerhill.
"What?
One of the CS initials on the ledger.
What are you doing all the way over here in Heathertone, Clint?"
I told you, I'm making sales.
I hear him say Clint as I'm at the threshold of the door, and I come back in and stand here listening.
Were you listening to my conversation with Aubrey?
No. What were y'all talking about?
I'd like to roll a intimidation.
Yeah, insight.
Insight.
Oh, intimidation. Sure.
Yeah, I'll run it.
Sure, yeah.
I'll roll.
If you want to know if he's lying, that's insight. If you want to
I'll
intimidate
roll
him.
insight first. Nat 20.
Yeah, I mean he's full of shit. He's doing a pretty decent job of covering it, but you look into his eyes and you can see the fear in his eyes.
Wait, was that insight or intimidation?
It was insight, but
I'm gonna grab him and like around the throat and like a chokehold and push him up against this wall here and roll an intimidation.
okay.
Nat 20, 24.
So he just starts like blowing. He's like, look, guys, I don't want any trouble. What seems to be the problem? Aubrey's like, hey, is everything all right over there?
Clint, we've been dealing with poachers all over this part of the world. We happen to have a ledger with some poachers that are selling someone with the initial CS to the grotto. And it seems a little odd that you're all the way over here the night that we come check out this poacher den. So you're going to tell us what the fuck you're up to, or we're going to kill you right here in this bar.
Whoa, now there's no reason to get violent, guys.
Shit!
Look, I'll come clean, all right? The money I make is, it's not so great just being a simple woodsman, and these abominations started appearing all over the place, and instead of just putting them all down, I figured I could make a little bit of money off of their misfortune.
Okay. So, at this point, Talik's being an orc and has got him pinned against the wall, but basically, Shadow, with that last line, Shadow's red. I mean, there's not, I mean, he just literally said making some money off of animals' misfortunes. Shadow's lost it. I don't really know what happens.
Okay, well, you're going to run over, and I'm like in between you guys.
So I don't know how this is supposed to be played.
Well, what do you do, Talik?
I kind of notice that he's coming. I feel him kind of behind me. And I'm just blocking Clint's body just temporarily.
Look, you gotta admit something's wrong with them. These animals, they're not right.
They need help, and you're not giving it. Prepare yourself to die.
Look, we can make an arrangement. What can I do? I can help you. I can help you find the poachers. We can get them all back.
Okay, at this point, I'm gonna try and stop Shadow just temporarily. I'm gonna like put my arm out like I'm trying to stop him.
I'm a spaz. Okay.
You me roll like a strength check?
Yeah, y'all make me a contested strength check.
Hell yeah, against each other.
Yeah. Y'all both just
Jesus.
do a strength.
Athletics.
Yeah, do athletics. Yeah, do athletics.
Oh, I got an 8.
I got a 12.
So, in
So
all
you
of
pushed
his
me out of the way.
fury, yeah, he pushes you to the side, and now he's got Clint up against the wall.
Remove.
So yeah, you got this guy at your mercy, and he's just like eyes wide, like he has no idea what's about to happen to him, and he's seeing it flash before him.
I mean, I'm just gonna pause out of character for a second. You could kill this guy. I mean, you don't have to do what you think. I mean, you could do whatever you think you would do.
I mean, yeah, it's whatever Shadow would do.
We have a map. I mean, you're not, it's open ended. So we can do whatever we want. We could kill Aubrey.
Right.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm not going to, but I'm just
I would
saying.
hope you wouldn't kill Aubrey. That'd be horrible.
Okay, unpause.
Okay. Shadow pulls out his dagger. And he holds it up. And presses it against Clint's neck.
He's just like pulling his head back, quivering.
Clint, you call yourself a woodsman. Yet you venture out and profit off of weaker creatures than yourself. You are the lowest form of woodsman or any other creature. You will take me to the poacher's camp immediately. If you do anything that I don't like, you will die.
He just he's like, understood. Whatever you want. And he's just like, yeah, totally terrified.
Body knock. Do you still have your rope?
Yeah, I've got it. Let's tie this bitch up.
Tie this gentleman up with one of your famous halfling knots.
Tie him up.
Whew. So you've got Clint Surefire alive for now in your possession.
Okay. And it's nighttime, so we want to
Yeah, it's
go
like-
right now. We want to
It's
go
like
at
9
night.
p.m. Okay.
Yeah, right now. I go ahead and stuff a rag in his mouth as we're walking out the door and shove him out in front of me.
Okay.
Toss him over the back of your horse.
Yeah. So we head to the poacher's camp.
To be continued on the next episode of Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies. Find out what happens to our party next week.